He wowed them in this hall yesterday, but his plan to freeze gas and electricity bills and reform the industry has left energy companies furious, some even suggesting they could leave Britain. So when I spoke to Ed Miliband today, I asked him what he thought of that.
It makes me think of the banks. But you see, the banks used to threaten, the banks used to conjure up scare stories, and the banks used to talk about the impact of regulation. And the Conservative Party supported them, and actually we should have had tougher regulation.
Do you see this as a potential model for intervention in other sorts of markets?
I think this is pretty exceptional, because I think that what you see in the energy market is a market that isn't working.
But if you saw a similar market that wasn't working, would you do the same?
But if what you're saying to me is that we should reform regulation where it doesn't work, of course we should. Because you see, I believe in competition. I believe in a dynamic market economy. And when competition fails, well, who can act?
It's true, you are, to a degree, you are red Ed. You like the idea of the state intervening in a situation where you think capitalism and the markets are simply not working. I mean, it was a fair criticism.
Here's my instinct. Here's my instinct. It's to stand up for the British people who are facing a cost of living crisis and want a Prime Minister who will stand up to interests, however powerful they are, whoever they are, on their behalf, if it's the right thing for the country.
He's also challenging David Cameron to commit to TV debates, as in the last election.
Let's have election TV debates. The three party leaders, I'm happy with the same format as last time.
What about
Let's
UKIP?
Have those debates. Look, I'll debate anybody.
Do you think UKIP should be there?
In the end, that's a matter for the broadcasters, but what I'm worried...
You'd have influence. I mean, do you think UKIP should be there as a force?
As I say, I will debate anybody. What I'm worried about is that the Prime Minister doesn't want those debates, that he's running scared from those debates. Well, I'm not running scared from them. I relish those debates.
Justine has been more evident this week. Are we going to be seeing and hearing more from her in the run-up to the election as part of your campaigning team?
Well, it's been fantastic for me to have her here. She's a great support to me.
But is she an asset you can use in the election?
Well, I don't think I'd describe my wife as an asset I'm going to use. Look, she's an environmental lawyer. She's got her job. She's a wife. She's a mum.
So we will be seeing more of her?
Yeah, well, you've seen her this week, and you'll carry on seeing her up to the general election. And I hope beyond.
They closed the conference with the old anthem of the left. Ed Miliband didn't seem completely sure of the words, but his opponents will say, "Don't be fooled, the red flag has always been his favourite tune."